U.S. forces be advised. We have a confirmed nuclear threat in the city. NEST teams are on site and attempting to disarm. I repeat, we have a confirmed
Nuclear war. A terror that has loomed over society since the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. Although many of the fears from the Cold War have subsided, recent world events have thrust the fear of nuclear war back into our everyday lives. To celebrate the absolute horrors that these weapons are, we'll be looking at 5 unfun facts about nuclear bombs. Atomic bomb versus nuclear bomb. What's the difference? Well, there's not actually any difference, as an atomic bomb is a type of nuclear bomb. Instead, we should be comparing an atomic bomb to a hydrogen bomb. You see, both atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs are types of nuclear bombs. Often, hydrogen bombs are referred to as thermonuclear bombs. The main difference between them is an atomic bomb relies on a fission reaction, and a hydrogen bomb relies on a fusion reaction. However, you could say hydrogen bombs rely on both fission and fusion. Fission is a nuclear reaction in which an atom breaks apart into pieces. Fusion is the process of taking 2 separate atoms and fusing them together into a third new atom. Both fission and fusion release tremendous amounts of energy, but fusion releases a substantial amount more. For comparison, an atomic bomb, which is also the type of bomb dropped on Japan in World War II, would kill everyone within a mile radius of ground zero. A hydrogen bomb, which has never been used in combat, would destroy everything within a 5 to 10 mile radius and would kill between 100 to 1,000 times more people. A hydrogen bomb would essentially wipe out any modern city. What is the most powerful nuclear bomb ever created? On October 30th, 1961, the Soviet Union detonated the world's most powerful nuclear weapon. This weapon of incredible destruction was named Tsar Bomba. The bomb's yield was equal to 50 million tons of TNT. In comparison, Fat Man, the more powerful of the 2 bombs dropped on Japan, had a yield of 21,000 tons of TNT. There was also talks of building a bomb equal to 100 million tons of TNT, but it was never built. The shockwave circled the Earth 3 times. The resulting mushroom cloud was 25 miles wide at the base, 59 miles wide at its top, and reached 42 miles into the sky, penetrating the stratosphere. Everything within a 35-mile radius was vaporized, and severe damage could be found up to 150 miles from ground zero. Windows were found shattered up to 480 miles away from the test site, and the mushroom cloud was seen from as far as 500 miles away. Here's footage of the explosion taken from 100 miles away. How many nuclear weapons exist? The nuclear arms race caused a surge in the production of nuclear armaments, with the number peaking at 70,300 active weapons in 1986. We have since seen a continuous decrease in the total number of warheads. However, many still exist. Today, 8 sovereign nations have admitted to possession of nuclear weapons. Israel has not publicly confessed to possessing nuclear weapons, but many suspect that they have nuclear weapons. Combined, these nations have 13,890 known nuclear warheads. 3,750 of these weapons are currently active. Russia has the largest arsenal with 6,257 warheads. The United States is in second place with 5,550 warheads, and China is in third with 350 warheads. What should you do in the event of a nuclear attack? Now, this may be a little dark, but depending on how much warning time you have, you might not be able to do anything other than die. And how much warning time you will have is almost impossible to determine, as there are many varied factors that can come into play. The launch site and target destination, delivery system, type of attack, and time to deliver the warning are all factors that can influence how much warning time you might receive. However, it is still better to be prepared than to be caught with your pants down. So, what should you do if the world decides to duke it out with nukes? As a prenote, all this information comes directly from the US government. Let's first discuss all of the fun nuclear hazards that you might get to deal with. A bright flash that may cause blindness for less than a minute, a blast wave with the power to destroy anything within several miles of ground zero, radiation that can damage cells and cause radiation sickness, fire and heat that will vaporize just about anything in its path, an electromagnetic pulse or EMP that can damage electrical power equipment and electronics, and radioactive fallout, which is visible dirt and debris raining down from several miles up that can contaminate anyone or anything that is not covered or sheltered. So let's say you suddenly receive a notification on your phone warning you of an inbound nuclear attack. What do you do besides poop yourself? Get inside the nearest building. The stronger the building materials, the better. A building may help protect you from the blast, heat, and radiation. Move to the basement for the best protection. If the structure does not have a basement, then move to the center of the building, away from any windows. If you are outdoors, take cover from the blast behind anything that might offer protection, such as a large tree or boulder. Lie face down to protect exposed skin from the heat and flying debris. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth if possible. If you are in a vehicle, stop safely and duck down within the vehicle. After the shockwave passes, proceed to the nearest and best shelter location for protection from radioactive fallout. You may only have 10 minutes before the radiation arrives. The radiation will be most potent upon its arrival and will gradually decrease over time. After taking shelter, remove your outer layer of clothing as it will be contaminated with harmful radiation. Once safe, if possible, wash yourself with soap and water to remove fallout from any skin or hair that was not covered. It is safe to eat or drink packaged food items or items that were inside a building. Do not consume any food or liquids that were outside and uncovered. Stay inside for at least 24 hours unless given other instructions by local authorities. How many nuclear weapons are missing? A broken arrow refers to an unexpected event involving nuclear weapons that result in the accidental launching, firing, detonating, theft, or loss of the weapon. Today, there are 9 nuclear weapons that are unaccounted for that are classified as broken arrows. The first incident occurred February 13, 1950. A simulated nuclear bomb containing TNT and uranium was proactively dumped into the Pacific Ocean after the engines of the plane carrying the bomb caught fire. The weapon detonated upon impact. However, there was no plutonium within the bomb, so a nuclear explosion did not occur. Incident number 2 occurred on March 10, 1956. On a mission from MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida, to a base in Morocco, a plane vanished while flying over the Mediterranean Sea. It was carrying 2 nuclear weapon cores. Neither the plane nor the cores have ever been found. The third incident occurred on February 5, 1958. During a simulated combat mission near Savannah, Georgia, a bomber jettisoned its nuclear weapon after colliding mid-air with another aircraft. A nuclear explosion was not possible as there was no nuclear capsule aboard the aircraft. The weapon was never located. Incident 4 occurred January 24, 1961. A B-52 bomber carrying 2 hydrogen bombs caught fire and exploded mid-air. On one of the bombs, 3 of the 4 arming mechanisms required to detonate the bomb were found active. Luckily, the bomb did not go off. The second bomb plunged into a muddy field and was never recovered. The 5th incident occurred December 5, 1965, when an A-4E Skyhawk attack aircraft loaded with a 1 megaton nuclear weapon rolled off the deck of the USS Ticonderoga and fell into the Pacific Ocean near Japan. The plane, along with the pilot and weapon, quickly sank into the ocean, never to be seen again. The final incident occurred May 22, 1968, when a submarine named the USS Scorpion sank with all of its crew. The submarine was carrying 2 nuclear-tipped torpedoes. As far as we know, no nuclear weapons have been lost since. Well, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.